Goofers are always in business. uh oh, good evening, buddy. How you doing? Let me know if the music is too loud. Yeah, good to be streaming again, as I said last night. Let me get back into it. Good, man, good. Been to work the whole day. Well, been to work today, and been with my wife and my kid. And yeah, now just back into streaming habit. Dimitrovic, my friend, good evening. Yeah, yeah, trying to get back into the streaming habit, right? And yeah, trying to figure out, yeah, we need to organize some of the stuff, blah blah blah, right? Yeah, but good evening, fellas. We're gonna continue a little bit, just kind of fixing a few of the things, and then let's see how the stream goes, and what we do. But I'm very excited about the goofer stuff. I would really love to do some Go, but let me just fix a few more things, and then we're gonna most likely do that. All right. All right. Cool. All right. So there are just few tiny things that I think we missed when we implemented some of these core components, right? And if I go back here, right, one of the things that I would like to do is, yeah, I don't know if it was you who wrote in Discord, but that's amazing, man. That's good. That's very good. That's super. That's amazing. All right, so what I want to do basically now, right, one thing that I saw, and that was kind of a regression, right? You can see that we don't really have an active state. So when I actually when I click on one of those, right, I can see that in production right here. You know, these used to actually have some active states. The one that was selected was right. So let's start the stream very simple, and then we'll set expanded selected item ID. So I guess we do have this text primary. Yeah, so that's a little bit weird, right? Because I suppose one would expect this to already text primary, text color, okay? So if we get over here, right? So yeah, so it's a little bit weird. Let's see. This should theoretically work already. So yeah, so not really. So let's see, where is the span? We have some span somewhere. Yeah, this fella over here, right? This guy, right, should technically have some sort of a class name, right? Text primary, text color. Let's try here, like, let's say here class name. Let's say class names, right? And then we're gonna do something like this, right? Just give it a shot, right? And let's maybe oh, I see. Okay, so we're controlling this from the outside. That's the problem, right? And how did I actually select the item ID? Okay, I don't remember. So let's kind of try to get back into it a little bit. Okay, so it seems that this is some sort of external prop that we have here. So if I get, so I'm not really, yeah, so it seems that I'm supposed to, I was expecting to do this from the outside, right? So here, I guess if I say selected, I mean, for all the libraries, yeah, depends on the context, right? Depends where. Yeah, right. Selected item ID. I mean, yeah, so I guess when I build this, right, set selected, I guess, would be, right? Set selected ID section item dot ID, I suppose, right? So something like that, right? I don't actually know. Yeah, exactly, right? So that's kind of what we're missing. The question now, though, is if I just undo this, let me see what's gonna happen. Yeah, give me a moment here. That's that. Okay, so actually, yeah, so that little change I actually did need, right? Now, is this really what I want? Why would I want to control this from the outside? I mean, I guess we should have this internally somewhere, right? And then, yeah, so I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? But I would expect this component to handle this type of stuff from the inside, right? And then we could kind of give it the selected item if we would subscribe to some prop from the outside, right? So yeah, so let's maybe change that a little bit. It's a little bit weird, right? It's a little bit weird. So let's get over here. So let's kind of get rid of this. That kind of maybe makes no sense, right? Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that and that. Let's kind of get rid of all of this, right? And yeah, so over here we can handle that internally. I must have had a reason for that before, but let's say const selected item ID. And actually, just before we continue, didn't I by accident remove the Copilot yesterday when we were fixing? Yeah, GitHub Copilot, right? Yeah, so let's install that again. Let's see, did we actually? Yeah, okay, great, good. Then we're gonna import this bad boy here. Give me 1 second. Let's play some System of a Down. Yeah, sure. Give me a second. Yeah, let's play this. All right. So yeah. So let's move that state internally, like I said. Leo, my friend. Good evening. And yeah, basically, right over here. Let's not implicitly do this. Let's do this, right? It's a little bit weird. Is this not getting formatted again? Ah, shit. What? Are you fucking kidding me, man? Give me a second. I felt you were gone for years. I mean, yeah. The thing is, yeah, it feels like that indeed. I mean, yeah, it feels like that maybe. How you've been? How you been yourself, Leo? What's new in life? Okay, so now we have it internal, right? And then instead of that, right, we could, let me just close the Louis GUI. Actually, no, we can't close it. That's what we need. Okay, so let's do few things here, right? So what we're gonna do, what we're actually going to do, we're going to yeah, allow people to. So we're gonna say on selected. Yeah, so let's expose this thing, right? So we're gonna have something like this. We're gonna I'm gonna say unselected, and I'm gonna do pretty much this, right? So I'm gonna say unselected, so this now takes unselected potentially, and then somewhere over here we're gonna say something like this. Yeah, exactly, right? And now here in our story, right, if one is interested into this, YouTube, good evening. And then here, right, we can just, let's say, no, that's actually not true. This should be like an item, right? So let's take a look at that. So now if I click on that, we should be getting the actual selected item. That's great. Life is good going forward. Very good, Leo. Very good. I missed you, man. I missed you, dude. And we'll just do this so we can kinda, yeah. We can see this in an actual storybook, right? So we can see this in, where was this menu? I don't remember. Yeah, where can we see the storybook actions? Here, right? The fuck is going on, man? Actions, yeah. So now we can actually inspect these as we click here, right? Yeah. Great. So that's good. That's great. That's great. So that's kind of fine for this. So now once we deploy this in our production, basically under courses, and over here, right, we'll be able to, yes, see that. Now, we will need an exception here, though, right? So, we'll need to do something like this. If this is an actual function, so if type of is a function, we want to do this, and we want to do and we're actually going to do an early return there, I guess. Wait a minute. We have this one, we have that one, right? So I guess we can do something like this, right? Then we can return here early. And then, yeah, so because I don't actually want this selection to work like that if you don't pass in this particular handler, right? So now I would not expect it to do that anymore, right? Max, my friend, good evening. How are you? So that's good. So that's what I wanted, right? So that's great. So now I can see that that kind of works, right? Let's do a little bit, just a tiny bit of styling here. Yeah, maybe over here as well we can do something. So let's grab this bad boy here. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna do something like this, I guess. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get rid of this. I just wanna see over here what we can do. So if selected item is item ID, can I just say here, I don't know, like font bold, extra bold. I just want to see if this works. Looking forward to that, Leo. Just keep hacking at it. That's amazing, man. That's amazing, dude. Okay, so that actually does work. Yeah, and then what was it? Was there was like a marker, right? Yeah. Is that like, is that right? I thought it was marker, but no, not really. Yeah, I don't actually remember, to be honest, but it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. All right, so if we get over here and run these tests, right? We're gonna update the actual thing, yeah. Give me a second. Let me just change this system of a down. Yeah, let's go with sugar. But that's actually good. Actually, no, I don't like this. I shouldn't have done the last change, right? So I'll just get rid of this. That's great. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay, right? Okay, great. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Now I just wonder, should we write more tests for this is the question, right? When it comes to this component. I guess over here, right, we would like to yeah, let's write another test, right? So what do we want to test? We want to test that some class name is applied if something is active, right? So how do we give me 2 seconds. Let's see, we have sections, okay. And all right. So we have mock sections. Expect text reader. No, that's not what I want. So let's fire some event, right? So let's do something like this. So we're gonna say, hey, I want this. On section item click, yeah. No, Max, I'm not trying new frameworks because the existing ones are amazing enough. So I don't have a problem with existing ones. When I do, I'm gonna try the new ones. But for now, I think it cannot be simpler than this, right? It's incredibly simple. Click on item A. Wait, what is the item A in this context? So yeah. And then I guess expect to have been called. I guess that should still pass, right? Let's try that. Give me a second. Yeah, so actually let's leave this. I actually don't care about this. So let's just see here. Let's see in production. Let's see if there's it's just an extension. It's an extension for VS Code. You can use that extension. Let me just see if there's something else here that I want to do. Yeah, so that's kind of okay, right? Was there were some other things that I wanted us to fix today before we do some Go. Give me a second. I don't remember what it was, genuinely. I thought about it at work, but I don't actually remember what the hell it was. Yeah, you can use any picture you want. Yes, indeed. Yeah. shit, man. There were a few other things that we wanted to fix, weren't they, right? I think. I just don't remember. But actually, yeah, when I look at this border here, there's yeah, I can see that. Give me a second. Awesome, man. Enjoy. Yeah, let me just take a look. I just zoomed into Oblivion for a reason. So let's go here, right? Let's go over here. So let's see what's happening. So we have that. So that's not accordion, actually. So that's okay. What the fuck is going on with my mouse? All right. All right, so let me take a look at that. So there's almost like there's like an additional border here that let's just fix some of those super tiny, super simple things, right? But there seems to be, let's see what we have here. Border 0, border primary text color P2, and margin bottom border B0. Let's take a look at the here, border B, text primary border. Yeah, it does seem like there's like an extra border here, so something is off, right? All right, so let's go to the accordion. I mean, there's right now, unfortunately, there's really no APIs that we need, right? But we haven't done any Go for a long time now, right? I was on vacation for like several weeks, so I haven't really been streaming at all past couple of weeks max. And I don't think that we've ever been doing Go exercises. You know, the idea was just to learn Go in the stream, so we haven't really been doing exercises. We've been just building things from day one. It's so weird, man. Why does it... So weird. Alright, never mind. Alright, so if we go back here, let's just push this, right? So, we have the snapshot updated, right? Yeah, cool. And what else do we have to do before we publish this to npm? We have to bump this version, right? And we need to create a new tag as well, right? Yeah, so let's push this. So let's say update accordion's active state. So we're gonna do that, right? We're gonna do this. I'm gonna try pushing this like this. And as always, it kind of fails. So let's try that again. Let's try to push it. What the fuck? No. Oh shit, that's a wrong place. That's why, right? That's the wrong library. We need to update this thing. Okay, so that's great. Let's just make sure that we did push that to our GitHub indeed. So where is it? Which library is it? What are we pushing now? We're working with Yale, right? So we did push this to master. Yes, that's good. And yeah, so now let's actually create a tag, right? So let's actually close this. Let's go over here. Let's just zoom in. So I'm gonna say tag, right? It's gonna be version 40. And yeah, we're gonna push that like this, right? Let's see what we actually did. Yeah, exactly. So here it is. So this should hopefully succeed and get published to npm, because this is our external library that we built, right? This whole thing. And let's actually take a look at that. Do you recommend any good resources to learn proper CSS? That is thing that I never took into. I know it, but not comfortable with. Well, I started the bootcamp, Max. You can start with that if you wish. I started this programming bootcamp. It's completely free, so I advise you can give it a shot. CSS is, as I teach in this bootcamp, completely fundamental indeed. And you know, like with everything else, you need to take the time to learn it, right? If you don't take the time, like with everything else, you will not learn it. I haven't covered everything yet. You know, I do that bootcamp when I have the time, like I do this stream. So, but yeah, keep an eye on that if you want. And yeah, otherwise, I'm sure there's I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff on YouTube and stuff. There's no video that's gonna teach you everything, right? You need to build things and you need to put in the effort, right? So as with everything in life, there's no that magic wand, magic course that you will watch and learn to program, right? Play one game. Good evening, buddy. How are you doing? Thank you, man. Good to see you and Leo as well. Okay, publish. Let's wait to publish this fella, and then let's go to front. Let's go to program network front. And I don't know if there's something else that I wanted to update here. I don't think so, to be honest. Just focus on life, man. There's gonna be time for us to hang out, I'm sure. I'm gonna cut on streaming as well, right? So whenever we all catch each other and grab some time for this type of stuff, you get what I mean, right? I will also need to rethink what I focus on, right? And enjoy your school. I mean, you know, I'm 35 tomorrow. Tomorrow is gonna be my 35th birthday, so enjoy university while you can, right? Because at the end of the day, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier than anything else afterwards, right? Oh shit, really? Oh fuck, we didn't. Come on, man. Kidding me? Give me 1 second. That kind of sucks. How did we? Yeah, 35 tomorrow. Yeah. I'm gonna be 35 tomorrow. Yeah, thank you. I mean, I feel like I'm 20 still, so that's good. I feel like I'm 20. Delete tag. Why can't I delete this? It's because it releases, right? Yeah. We need to remove the release. It's all in your head, right? It's all in your head. I'm super happy and I feel very fulfilled in life, so fuck age, right? Fuck age. Who cares, right? Age is just a number. It's just a number, literally, nothing else. What do you want for gift? I mean, you guys are already a gift, to be very frank with you, man. Like, you guys, I mean, you guys have been here. You guys have been here for so long. That's already a gift. 35, exactly. I know, but you guys are already a gift. Just being here all this time, that's amazing. I mean, few of you are the reason why I'm literally streaming. You literally just made me feel obliged to show up. Okay, great. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Nick. And everybody. I mean, Max, it doesn't matter, man. It's because I don't... So you have to understand one thing about Twitch. Twitch is the platform where you have to grind, right? This is the type of platform that return on investment is incredibly low, right? And then on the other hand, it punishes you when you're not streaming, right? So the thing is, right, so Twitch is just a platform like that, and I'm not gonna fall victim to that type of stress. I stream, you know, because it's just like that, right? You know, if you don't stream for some time, you fall behind. And I kind of, to be very honest with you, at one point, maybe 6 months ago, I did fall victim to that. But then I realized it's not healthy, right? Because it's literally, I mean, when you look at these people who live off of this type of work, I feel almost bad for them because it's a grind, right? And I felt into that trap, and then you know, I didn't want to. I don't want to fall victim to it. I don't want to feel pressured to stream, you know, because then it's not fun, and I'm all pissed and nervous and stuff. So So it's like, but you know, as long as you guys are coming back, I'm more than happy, like, because you know, having people to come back after a year to hang out, that's a huge win, right? That's a huge win. So it's just a grind game. Twitch is the grind game. That's really all that there is to it. You just have to stream, you know. I'm originally from Serbia, but I live in Scandinavia for more than 1/3 of my life. But yeah, I'm a scumbag. I'm no different scumbag than a Polish, right? Probably a little bit worse. But yeah, I treat Polish people like my brothers. We are indeed, we indeed are. Okay, so going back here, tuck tuck, chillax, my friend. Here's the guy that trolls me the most, the almighty tech lead. Goofers love goofers, exactly. All right, so let's bump this asshole here. Actually, yeah, we need to not forget to PMPMI as well, right? So the package log gets updated, right? So let's make sure we do that, right? We have to install this, and that's great. So that's beautiful. Yeah, so let's close this fella. And let's do this, yeah, and let's go to our front end, right? So now technically, yeah, this should be highlighted. That's beautiful. And if we go to courses, where else did I have the accordion? Here, right? So that should not change at all. Didn't we have accordion somewhere else as well? I don't remember. No, my birthday is tomorrow. My birthday is tomorrow. My birthday is tomorrow. I think my son woke up. Jesus, it's gonna be a fun night. Bump yell. Celebrate it in advance. Yeah, that means I'm gonna grow by 2 years. This year, I'm gonna be. Where is this programming at? I'm still getting back into streaming. I haven't streamed in like a month properly. So, Cloud for Pages. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So. 21. I easily feel like 21. Easily. I mean, why not, right? I mean, literally, age is meaningless. It is something super abstract, right? Who cares? Who cares about the age? Wait, what music is playing? Oh, Mind. Okay, wait, let's play something else. Let's play, you know what? Let's play some Metallica. Let's play some Metallica. Let's play some Metallica. Yeah, no, let's find something. Age discrimination. Let's do the Fuel, right? Ooh, give me fuel, give me fire. Oh yeah, ooh. I had when I was in high school, and man, I went to high school like 16 years ago. My professor had something like that, and then he was trolling us with that. Yeah, I'm biking to work every day, Leo. And yesterday I fell off of my bike. The road was slippery and I fell off the bike. Luckily, nothing happened. But it was such a shitty feeling, man. I felt like an asshole. You know when you fall from your bike and you're like 35 years old and you're like feeling like, what the fuck, man? There's like everybody watching. Are you good? No. But I felt down like a professional. No worries. Yeah, it was snowing here in Copenhagen, so. Huh. Yeah, I mean we're not going to fix this now. Just this extra border is a little bit annoying, right? Ah shit, come on. And now we need to fix some few of the things there, right? Yeah, okay, so you can see now, because yeah, that is that regression that we had. Okay, so let's go to the front end, to the program network front end, right? And where do we have this? This is some view, right? Course, maybe course details, course landing page. Yeah, maybe this is this. It's satisfying lecture. Yeah, maybe. Ah, shit. Let me just close this thing. Let's just leave this open. So yeah. So is this where we have next and previous and shit? Yeah. Give me 2 seconds here. So let me just find this. I don't remember. It's been so long since we built this. Where's details? Is it in here maybe? Shit. Why I can't find this? Wait. Okay, so it has to be. Wait a minute. So course landing page. Nah. It has to be this one, right? Wait. Why are you putting the log there? That's a little bit weird. Let's just try this, right? Shit. Yeah, so we are in fact there. So that's good, right? Yeah, so now I can actually see why. Now I see why I needed why I needed to be able to control the selected item in here from the outside, right? Because as you can see here, before when I implement this, as you were going back and forth, like if I go to production, right? If I go to this bootcamp, right? You can see that, wait, let me refresh. So you can see, yeah, what before, as you would click back and forth, basically the selected item would change also when you basically control it from the outside. So that's kind of what we kind of nuked now, right? So that sucks a little bit. And I mean, maybe that's fine, but it kind of feels like a bug, right? Because the idea with this courses view, right, is that you watch the first lesson, you click next, and then it switches to this, right? Yeah, that's kind of sucks ass, right? It's just like, do we want to do that now or not? It's a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we could do that, right? It's super simple. It's just yeah. Now I just forgot why we did it when we did it, right? So with that said, I mean, what is to say? I guess we can just do these silly things until we are fully back into hacking mode, right? So yeah. So let's just. Yeah, I mean, we could technically pass this selected item from the outside, right? So, yeah. So we could just do that and still keep this crap inside, right? But nah, would that actually work? Let me go here. So wait a minute. What happens when I click next? Do I have some? I guess I have some controls somewhere, some buttons. Yeah, pagination. Yeah, right. So here, set course, lecture, if expanded, yeah. Yeah, this is okay, right? This is fine. So I guess that's what we can do, right? So if I get over here, we'll just say selected ID. And we're gonna update this type, right? And this is gonna be an optional thing as well. So we're gonna say selected ID is gonna be a number, but it's gonna be optional, right? So something like this, right? Selected ID. And then we're gonna say, hey, well, either use this or null, right? So now if I let's let's create a story for that, right? So now since this, like let's test it somehow, right? So what if I say selected ID is like 2? Let's go to this crap here, and let's refresh it. Yeah, let's run this. Let's do this, and yeah, let's refresh. Let's refresh. I didn't run the storybook. Sorry. Yeah. All right. So yeah, so that doesn't work, right? Does it? So let's take a look at that. So we have selected ID here, which is 2, but is that really sufficient? Probably not, right? Oh, I see. Wait a minute. So if we go back here, let's also print it here. Oops, let's go and inspect this. So selected is indeed 2. Oh, I see. Well, and shit. And let's also print this guy. Did we actually selected item ID 56? So that's a little bit strange. Why? Do we have some effect somewhere? Do we have some use effect in here? I don't think so. So how did we manage to get it to be 56 in here? Let's take a look at that. That's a little bit weird. Let's try that again. So if I refresh, selected item ID is 2. So that's great. Do we have in our stories an item with an ID of 2? No, we don't. Okay. So let's say 20 instead. So let's go here and let's say, hey, actually, you know what? The ID is going to be 20. So now it's selecting this one, right? So that works, right? So that's good so far. But let's go actually here. What if I select the one from another group? So what if I say, let's say order 2, ID 235. Let's say 235. Yeah, it works. So that's great. So it seems my internal logic is fine. So I think this is the only really external prop that we have to expose for this thing to actually work. Yeah, I mean that's what it is, right? Let's run the test. I don't remember if we need to update something. So no, 87 passed, so that's great. Do we have some consoles that we have to clear? No, not really. Wait. So we have this bad boy here. We have this, so that looks great. We have the story that we updated, so that's fine. And then we need to bump this again, unfortunately. That is the downside, as I said many times, of us breaking some of these things for programming network into external libraries. The process of releasing this becomes a little bit annoying, but you know, that's what it is. That's how it is. Okay. So we'll say, where's our accordion? So it's this bad boy here, right? So let's say expose prop to accordion component, right? Something like that, right? I think that's great. We're gonna push that. And then we're gonna create a new tag. I think gut push. Push your guts. Let's push your guts. Okay. And then let me just go to npm. What was the latest version that we actually released? Give me a second. Yale. So 14 minutes ago we released version 40, right? This one. So yeah. So did we actually bump this to 41? We did. So that's great. Let me just double check it here. Yeah, that's great. And let's create a tag, right? So I'm going to say tag, create a tag 41, and then we want to push this, right? And now we should see our CI doing what it's supposed to do. And if I go here, so that's great, 41. We expose this, we expose that. fuck. Maybe this is not going to be sufficient. Maybe. But we'll see. Maybe it will. We'll see in a moment, right? And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over here. And I'll just prepare this. So I'm going to say we need to bump Louis GUI by one minor version, right? And yeah. And then over here, this is great, but this is going to be a different prop. This new one, what did I call it? I called it selected ID, right? So that's going to be the only difference. This is eventually going to be that, but we need to wait for our CI to finish. So this is deployed to NPM, right? So let's go back here. Some of you are snowflakes, so let me just play something else. Let's play I Disappear. This song was recorded for a movie, Metallica. Metallica recorded this song for Impossible Mission, if I remember. Yeah, this was recorded for Impossible Mission, yeah. Alright, so it's publishing now to NPM. Let's see. Let me just drink some water here. Snowflake, exactly. Alright, so let's wait for this bad boy to finish. And yeah, then we can kinda, yeah. Alright, so it should be published now, right? If we go to our NPM, if I go to my NPM account and I go to use AJV, yeah, this one actually, sorry. Yeah, so that's 41 now. So basically, if I pnpmi in here, right? Yeah, so we can see that it was bumped right there, right? So that's awesome, right? So if we go to our front end now. No, why are you not? No. Wait, let's see. Let's just print it. Yeah. So as I assumed, right, we probably need a use effect, right? Because that component of ours right now is not reacting to this prop being changed, right? So you can see indeed that, in fact, this is indeed being changed, right? But let's actually make sure as well that we pass the proper thing, right? So if I go here, accordion, did we actually, oh, selected that. So nah, not really, no. Did I not, wow, okay. Wait a minute. Let's actually make sure that the proper stuff was indeed deployed. Let's go here to code. And let's go to SRC, to source. Let's go components, accordion. Let's take a look at our types. Did we actually manage to deploy this? I mean, it says that we did. So here's the selected ID, right? So why, how come that, let's actually reload this. Let's see, I mean, I didn't see that. Okay, so here's the selected ID now, right? So that's cool. Give me a second. Where's our node modules? Yeah, node modules, programmer network, Yale, SRC. I guess we would need to go into dist because it's using that right now, right? Components, accordion. Let's go to the actual implementation. So yeah, so we are in fact using this, right? But yeah, unfortunately, I think that's what we missed, right? I think we missed the use effect there, right? So that's what it is. That's how it is. So I think, and we're gonna simulate that just to be sure, right? So I'm gonna go to our Louis GUI, this library, right? And yeah, I'll smack a use effect somewhere right here, like use effect, right? And we're gonna, yeah, selected ID, exactly, right? And then we're gonna say set selected ID, yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, that makes no sense. So let's just something like this, right? And then we can kind of go to our story, right, for this. And yeah, we can just simulate this. So we can say, let's just create a button here that, let's just say, yeah, let's say const, no, let's just say something like this. Wait a minute. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to wrap it in a div. And I'll just create a button in here. We're going to use our own button. And I'm going to say select random or whatever, right? And then here we can say on click, I guess, something like that, right? And then we can say, no, not really, no. So no, not really. So what I want to do, I just want to grab a few of these fellas, right? A few of the IDs. So I'm going to say 235, 270, 304, 235, 235, wait, 235, 270. What was it? 235, 304, yeah. So I can do something like this, like const IDs, right? So something like this. Something like that, right? But yeah, but I want to do this in click, right? So let's say here const random ID. And then over here we're going to say set random ID. And shit. Ouch. Wait a minute. Fuck. Okay. Const yeah, wait, random ID set random. Yeah, exactly, right? And then we're going to say here set random ID, right? And then we're going to say random ID. And yeah, we'll just say by default that this one is selected, then we don't need this now, right? Something like that, I guess. I don't know. So if we go to our story somewhere over here, right? If I, are we not running that anymore? No. So we do this and we do the storybook thing. Yeah, so as you can see, as I'm clicking, it is now actually taking that thing, right? Obi, good evening. Neo, good evening. Not really, Obi. I'm just fixing some stuff in Programmer Network, and yeah, you know that we broke some of the things into external libraries, right? So I'm just now basically fixing some stuff in production, right? But I need to update, right? Yeah. What can I do if I lose my time? How old are you, Neo? So this is all actually good now. So I think this thing now should work. So as we can see, yeah, this is fine now. So I think keep playing video games, man. You're young enough to afford yourself to do stupid stuff. It's better to do stupid stuff when you're young than to do stupid stuff when you're old, right? So play video games now, waste your time, enjoy your life for a little while, and then life will force you at one point to life will in a good way punish you at one point, and you're gonna mature, and then you're gonna be doing what you have to do, right? It's important to be young as well, right? So don't forget that. Don't forget that. So it's fine to play video games. Okay, so I did bump this, so that's great. That's also great. So I guess the only change really that we did was this one. Yeah, okay. I don't think you wasted anything, Leo. I don't think you should look at that way. That's not the right way to look at it. Life is relatively long, right? So life is relatively long, right? So it's, in a way, it's not that we have to be productive all the time, right? That's a very capitalistic and very unhealthy thing, right? And I know, I'm fully with you, Leo. I know that you're kidding. But it's, we need to be young as well, right? Like they say, there's a time and place for everything, right? I would much rather see younger fellows playing games than 60 years old. Well, again, even that, there's nothing wrong, but you get what I mean, right? As long as you know, as long as you're aware that playing video games is an actual huge waste of time in some sort of a productive context, then that's already, you're already halfway there, right? As long as you are not thinking that you're going to be living off of playing video games. I know that a lot of younger kids today, they want to be streamers, they want to be video gamers, and but at the end of the day, you kind of mature a bit and you realize that you actually have to provide value in order to be relevant. Battery. Am I evil? Frantic. Let's play some Saint Anger, the most hated album by Metallica amongst the Metallica fans. Alright, so we're gonna do this now. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then we're gonna see what we do. Ah, shit, man. Ooh, what about the tests? Did we affect the tests in any way? We didn't. Okay, good. That's great. Okay. So this should be technically deployed now, right? Almost. Oh no, it needs to get published. Okay, it needs to get published. I see. Anton, good evening. How is life, man? How is life? I use Jest, or I don't actually remember what it is. I think it's Jest. I don't honestly know. I can check. V test. I think it's V test in this project. Depends on the project. I don't actually care. I just use whatever is out there. It doesn't really matter. It's all the same shit, right? Okay. So if I kind of do this. Okay. I mean, just again, whenever you're in doubt, just watch influencer-driven development, right? There's so many people today just talking about things. It's incredible. So many influencers never actually accomplished anything. They just share the same fucking advice from each other. It's ridiculous, right? It's kind of hilarious. Just to have a bunch of people sharing the same crap from each other. Nobody doing anything. Just talking crap. It's ridiculous, man. So dangerous. But that's what it is, man. That's what it is. It's so easy to talk. It's so easy to be smart on paper. So easy to talk about things, isn't it? Something like that, right? Git push. Push it to production. Yes. Push it to production. All right, let's get back here. Let's go to our, what is it? Cloudflare, right? Where is the programmer network folder? So let's go to Cloudflare. And let's wait for this fella, and that should be good. Anton, just keep on going, man. It has always been hard, right? I know that a lot of you juniors are being told how today market sucks and it's impossible to get a job, but it's all just, again, propaganda, as I call it, right? Getting a junior job in this industry, in every industry, has never been, it's not that ever in programming, and I've been in this industry for almost 16 years, it's not that ever in history companies were throwing money at juniors. I've never seen that happen. Since 2008 to this day, sure, you know, there are times when it was harder or easier, whatever, but fundamentally it was never like, you know, you just finish school and you get a job. So don't trust that propaganda either, right? When you're a junior, when you're new, it's just how it is, and you just have to keep applying, and you know, and never forget, this is not some sort of a fake influence I'm trying to have on you or whatever, but keep in mind, for every position, almost 99% of people get rejected. So if you get rejected, you are amongst 99 other percent of people, right? So don't feel bad. It's just we've been all there, and at one point you get your first job, you get your second job, and then it gets easier and easier and easier. More references you have, more stuff you do. So that's just how it is, man. Every single one of us went through that, right? So nobody is perfect. Like that top-notch guy who works at Google for 20 years, he also went through that, right? We all went through that, right? So don't ever think that there's some sort of that any of us is smarter than you or anything like that, right? It's just a grind, and it always has been a grind, right? So there's never been the time. It's just, yeah, that drama sells today, right? The drama sells really well, so it's just a lot of bullshit, right? World still needs programmers, and world is gonna need programmers for many decades to come. So don't fall victim to this negativity. Just keep applying, and again, it's going to get easier, and you're going to get better at selling yourself. You're going to get better at interviewing. You're going to get better at all of these things, right? So that's what it is, man. I mean, every single person goes through that. Every single person. Invited Alex for a dinner. You don't want to go for a dinner in Copenhagen, man. It's so expensive. It's crazy. And food isn't even remotely good as it is in the Balkans. I just must admit. Okay, so by the way, we fixed this. So this is great. Okay, that's good. Let's go to our Yale. Where did I deploy Yale? It's deployed here, right? So let's take a look. Is our storybook also deployed? So select random. Yeah. So that still works. That's amazing. Okay, good. So well, finally we fixed that. We finalized this component. Finally, right? So that's great. That's good. That's good. It was tiny things, but I'm gonna commit my time to this bootcamp, right? And I'm gonna start sharing this link from here, right? So I just wanted to make sure that once I start sharing this link in, on YouTube description. And there's another thing, right? So I want to make this public, right? So I'm gonna make this course. So let's do a little bit of work on our API, right? So what I'm actually going to do. Give me 1 second. Let me just change a song. Let's go with Master of Puppets. No. Let's go with Astronomy. Many of you haven't heard this song. Metallica actually never played this song live. I don't know why, but it's a very nice song. But they never played it live. I don't know. As far as to my knowledge, and I've been listening to them my whole life, I don't think that they ever played this song live. Okay, so we're kind of let's just say front end wise, it's okay. let's go to a little bit back-end work, right? And it not go yet. So let's go API. Let's find our API folder. Great, beautiful. And yeah, so let's close all of this stuff, right? And let's go to our resource. Let's go to our courses resource, and let's go to the router. And let's kind of, because I want to open this up for the SEO reasons, right? Let's go to the router, and let's go to get courses, right? Yeah, you know, once you get your first job, then things get easier. They get easier and easier and easier, right? So it's just keep slamming at it, right? There's no other way. There's no advice that somebody will give you. You just have to keep. There's no book. There's no course. Don't waste your money on stupid shit. Oh, if you pay me $4.99 a minute, I'll prepare you for an interview. No. There are certain things in the interviews that you have to go through yourself. You just have to keep failing enough of times until you kind of get a feeling of how you should present yourself, what you should say, how you should say it. And that's the unfortunate thing about interviews. Interviews by nature are abnormal. They're not natural. You're not a product, right? When you're in an interview, you're supposed to go and sell yourself. You're supposed to go and say how great you are, right? But that's not natural to human beings. It's kind of very, it's not very humble to go somewhere and say how insanely good you are, right? So, but that's what it is. It's the same game that all of us have to play. And unfortunately, that's really all that there is. There's not much you can do about it. Get course. Okay, so this is fine. This is already fine, I think. And then there's this one, which I believe, yeah. So if I actually go here, get courses, this one, right? So I guess this is, wait. So this is pretty much the only thing we need to remove, I think, right? So now if I locally go and log out, right? If I technically log out, let's see what's going to happen to this. Is it going to fart out? No, so it's still public, right? But there are a few things that we will have to do, right? So if I go to courses, right? So if I go here, that should be fine, right? That's all great. We have this section here. But the enroll thing, so there's a little bit of a front-end work as well, right? Because you can't really enroll if you're not logged in. So this is amazing. This is great. This is good. This is good. So that's good. I can also see another issue here is that, yeah. Okay, that's great. That's super. So let's go and keep on smashing this fella. So I'm going to just close a few of these things and course details, right? So somewhere over here, we need to do some things, right? So we have this course details and course landing page. I think this one, right? So let's do a little bit of work here. So we have the author card. Yeah, exactly, right. I see. So what did we say to this? So there's a name, right? Yeah, I see. And I think I had get display name or something. So let's just say hey, name. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. Here, didn't I have like the get display name, exactly, and then this was taking like the author, right? I don't actually remember. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Yeah. Poor fella being smashed. Margin bottom 10, okay, and then as you can see, most likely, so if it's authenticated, right? Like, hey, if it's authenticated, and if it's not enrolled, yeah, shit. So I suppose, right? So basically, I suppose what I'm supposed to do here, right? I'm actually gonna just move this bad boy here just for a moment, right? And then here I'm gonna say whatever. I don't know. Just for, right? So because you should be able to go to the course, and now we have to hide some UI elements. So if you're not logged in, you can still view the course, But then for the comments and stuff, we're gonna kind of do a little bit of a catchy thing to try to get people to sign up, right? So if it's authenticated, and I guess we can remove this ternary operator from here, right? So we can say if it's authenticated and not enrolled, right? And then we can get rid of this bad boy here, right? So that's good, right? So if I go here, yeah, beautiful. And then we can just, we can just smack this fella like this, right? So if we go back, so this is good. So hey, you're not logged in. That's all fine. Go to course, and then you shouldn't really be seeing the comment section. So we have the rating widget here. So I suppose if I go here, right, instead of the comment section here, do I have any user information in here? Give me a second. Are we getting anything from? Yeah, logged in user. And if I go over here, give me a second. Yeah, so what we're gonna do, we can just get subscribe to this from our Redux RTK store. And yeah, so what we can do, right, see here for the comment section, that's amazing, right? So we're gonna say, hey, if it's not authenticated, I'll just do this for now. So yeah, we get this, and then we're gonna do some catchy stuff here. Give me a second, let me change the song. So fucking what? Let's go. So what? So fucking what? Let's play it. All right, so going back here, where were we? Let's close that. Yeah, over here, right? So probably at this point, right, we want to say, hey, how about you sign up in order to ask questions and stuff. So let's say here, actually, no, not really. Wait a minute. Seems that I already covered that state somewhere. Yeah, exactly. So we already have a state for that. That's amazing, right? Has no comments. So this is good. I'm just going to improve this stuff a little bit so it's like, it's super low effort, right? It's super low effort. Be one who starts the conversation. Yeah, it's this one. So get no comment text. So it's over here, right? All right, cool. So I guess we need a little bit more effort here. So let's do something with this, right? So let's put this bad boy here. Oh shit. All right, so yeah, so I mean, this is okay. This is this utility is fine, right? But it's not. Yeah, I mean, we should probably return some. So let's return a node from here, not an actual string, right? So we can do something like this, right? And then we're gonna remove this ternary operator, right? And then we can have let's just start with the structure. Let's just start with the HTML or JSX in this context, right? So I'm gonna have a paragraph there. Then I'm gonna do this bad boy, right? And yeah, and we're gonna do the same here, right? I'm just gonna say return. I'm gonna do this, and then yeah. Yeah, right. So that's okay, kinda. And then let's style it now a bit because this lecture has no comments yet. Sign up and start conversation. So now we have to style it a little bit, right? Because it's a bit poor, right? If I may. So let's add some icon here. So let's do I have like home user smile? What is user smile? I don't actually genuinely remember what this icon is. So let's say width 12, and I think we're gonna smack it here just for fun, just so we see where we are. So we have this thing. let's go to let's seek a little bit for a few icons. Let's go to business, no, programmer network. I guess it's under resources. Yeah, icons. Yeah, let's go to this thing, right? Yeah, change sign up to sign in. I mean, maybe you're right, but we wanna, you know, if person isn't, yeah, I don't actually know. Maybe you're right? It's just I also wanna, yeah, actually, maybe you're right? But what should we use here? Like communication. Yeah, maybe we should use like, yeah, actually, wait a minute. So do I have some chat icon? Chat. Wait. Message. Do I have some message icon? Message. No. Wait, really? I don't have any chat icon or whatever. Okay, wow, that's weird. Let's get one. Let's get one. Okay, let me just discuss. Yeah, maybe discuss. Okay. Do I have like discuss? Yeah, we have some discuss icon. Okay, let's try that. Discuss, right? Nah, shit, man, that's so bad. That's so bad. All right, let's switch from Metallica to something else. Let's play register and login. Let's play some Joe Satriani. Let's play some instrumental music. Yeah, so discuss. Wait a minute. So what did we have? What did we have? Shit. I did saw an icon that I liked, but I lost it now. You. I'm just designing on the go. I'm just designing. I mean, you know, this whole platform has been built in the stream, right? So I have a very limited time, you know, relative to my full-time job and a wife and a kid. So everything is done ad hoc. Everything is done ad hoc. I'm a designer, infrastructure engineer, backend, front end, all of it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, shit, I don't like that. Do I like it though? I mean, I don't actually know. My brain is very flat, right? My brain is very precise. I like geometric, like, I also like symmetric things, but it also, we need to make sure that it's not boring, right? So there's kind of there's a thin line between love and hate. Discuss. Fuck it, let's use this. I don't know. So let's get this SVG. Hello, sir. I saw your bootcamp on YouTube. So the bootcamp on YouTube will continue. I unfortunately can't give you a timeline. I'm going to try to record the videos every day if I can, right? But when I'm going to do it, I don't actually know. I do that pretty much, you know, when I have the time. So, but I can promise you that it's going to be a full bootcamp with JavaScript and all the things. So there's no question about that, right? It's just that, yeah, I don't have a timeline because I do that for fun and it's fully free, right? So in a way, yeah, you get what I mean. So let me just build this into a React icon. But stay tuned to that bootcamp, right? For sure, I can promise you that, yeah, it's happening. I already committed to it. It's just I've been on vacation past 3 weeks, so that also kinda yeah, that also kind of slowed things down a bit. But this week I'm gonna record several videos, 100%. 100%. This lecture has no comments yet. All right, so we're kind of almost there. I'm not gonna go super crazy with this. It's already better than it was. So let's do it incrementally, right? This lecture has no comments yet. Maybe some border on the top could be. So let's say border B, border T, BG something. No, that's B board text. Shit. No. I actually, so let's not go with that. This lecture has no comments yet. Login and stuff. Yeah, I mean, do I like this? No, not really. Do I like it a lot? No. But is it better than what we had? Yeah, for sure, right? But do I like it? Not really. But let's, we have to be pragmatic, right, as always. Because it's already better than what we have, clearly, because I think it's evident. Then let's just push it to production. Then we need to deploy our API. So let's actually deploy the API first. Let's push the API to production, right? So we basically have this change. Remove the comment from here. So yeah, nothing major. And really what the major change is the actual, we're no longer requiring one to be logged in, right? So I think, yeah, that's great. So let's just say expose make slash courses slash slug public. So we're gonna, yeah, I'm gonna git push this to production, and then we can take a look at our GitHub, right? Take a look at this. Actions, so this should be deploying it now, right? It is, great. So we're pushing this to Hetzner. Let's just make sure that I did what I wanted. That's great. Okay, so let's leave that there. We don't longer need that. And let's push the front end as well. So authenticated, beautiful. That's what we wanted. Comment section. We don't really need this. Do we need discuss? No. So let's get rid of that. We turn this into nodes, right? So this is now returning an actual node. Yeah, this is not super great. So let's improve that a little bit, right? Because yeah, this is now actually a component, right? So let's also, yeah, so that kind of sucks ass, right? So let's say here no comments. Yeah, no comments. Let's just call it like that. It is a component right now, right? So no comments. And actually, let's just render this as such. This does actually, in fact, return a node, right? A JSX node. So with that said, let's go here. I guess it's farting out. Yeah, it is. So let's see why. Maybe. Give me 2 seconds. Let's actually see what's wrong. Oh shit, our API is not running. Our API is not running. Okay, that's what's wrong. Okay, all good. Okay, good. So we have that thing there now. Oh my god, my dear friend Sako is here. I thought... Sako, I'm back to Copenhagen, man. When do you want to hang out, dude? When should we hang out? Also, you and your wife, when do you guys want to come by? I can talk to Diana. Okay, so this is deploying to Hetzner. That's great. We have the time, man. Just like we can also do this week. Let me talk to Diana. But this Sunday I'm going to the concert here in Ama Bio in Ama with my colleagues from work. To some metal concert. But on Saturday we're gonna be in Dino Land with our kid, where we promised to take him, to this Dino thing. So, but I mean, maybe Sunday during the day. Let me talk to my wife. But maybe Sunday during the day could be a good time. What do you think? Give me 2 seconds. Let's play after midnight. nodejs. Dino Land is amazing, man. Every time I go there with my wife and kid, I get super sweaty because it's all of these like things you climb on and stuff. It's super fun. Super fun. Let me see, did we break production? Hopefully we didn't. Okay, production is still working. Just bear with me for a second, my friends. Let me just make sure that this still works so I can push this as well. This lecture has no comments yet. Give me a moment here, sorry. I see. All right, I'm gonna ask Diana. Sako, I'm gonna ask my wife, and then I'll let you know via SMS. I think she would like that as well. But let me. Every time I make a deal and I don't consult her, she gets a little bit irritated, which is to expect, because yeah, I can be annoying easily. Okay, so let's push this now as well. So expose course to the expose courses to the public. I'll let you know. I'll let you know via phone. All right, so let's push this to production as well. The front end, right? And let's go here to that specific project. We have built a bunch of stuff. So front end, the programmatic front end, yes. Let's actually go to, let's go to, what is it? Cloudflare pages, right? Let me get some water 1 second. View details. Sako, let's organize it either before Sunday or Sunday, because on Sunday I'm going to the concert. Let me see when the concert is. I don't remember. But on Sunday I'm on the concert with my friends. Yeah, we're going at 8 o'clock. So fuck, I don't know if I'll be able to do that after 6, because we're going for beers a little bit earlier. I've never listened to this band. We're just going to hang out. Okay, let me ask Diana, and then we can just agree via phone. All right, this is great. Now this should be Russian Lorenzo. Good evening, buddy. How you doing? I haven't seen you in ages. Haven't seen you in a long time, my friend. Let's go courses. So this now should technically be public if I log out. Yeah, this should still be visible. And then there was that actually bug that we have to fix. Courses. So now one should be able to access this, right? Yeah. And this is now working as well, right? It is properly skipping. No, yeah, I mean we are always making progress, Lorenzo, but I haven't been streaming much either. So, but yeah, we're definitely trying to make progress as much as we can, for sure. How you been, man? How's your life? But we will apart from writing some Go and stuff, we will be focusing on this because again, I really want, as I will be recording these courses, I actually have to share some other lessons here because I haven't. Because you can see how many videos for this bootcamp I recorded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, so I'm gonna be focusing on building this free bootcamp because I think a lot of people could use it, and I need to kind of write it out here. I need to write all of the stuff out here. Luckily, what I'm doing, I'm using this going strong, burned out. Yeah, I think majority of people alive today can say the same thing. Sometimes we all feel burned out. Yeah, and I don't want to say any generic advice. So Abdul, so yes, so one of the next lessons for YouTube, so let me show you. I don't know if you saw it, but let me just find that repository. I think I made a repository for this bootcamp. So yeah, here it is. So this is the repository. So what's missing in this list is the responsive. So the way that we're gonna do this bootcamp, the first part of it, which is HTML and CSS, I need to add the media queries to this. And then as the last thing, we're going to do probably like maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 projects, right? And I'm going to record video for each one of them. So what we actually going to do, we're going to go to like free CSS templates. And I'm going to just find a few of them. I'm going to take a screenshot and then we're going to build them from scratch, right? Because I don't want to skip HTML CSS part, because if you have watched my bootcamp, if you started watching it, you saw how much emphasis I put on CSS and HTML, because they are the backbone of every website, every user experience. So you can write JavaScript, you can be God in it, whatever. But if you can't make things look and feel good, it's useless. Your JavaScript skills are completely useless, right? So what we're actually going to do, right, I'm going to just come here randomly, maybe even when I start recording the video, and we're going to pick one of these guys, and we're just going to build them from scratch with just, literally with just this. No flexbox, no grid or anything. It's just going to be display inline block, position property, right? So I want to show you how you can build things with only a few CSS utilities. And then afterwards, we're going to have like an advanced CSS section where we're going to do flexbox and grid and all of that crap, right? Yeah, we're going to build this without flex. Of course, that's how we built websites for 20 years. We haven't had a flexbox for too long, Leo. Flexbox came maybe past decade or so, right? No, not really. Not really. It's not that painful, right? It is, I mean, some layouts for sure. But like this type of layout, right? This you can build fairly easily without flexbox. Like this sort of stuff, right? We could build this in like 20 minutes, 10 minutes, right? Well, I mean, you have the calc, right? So the whole point of that is this. Look, if you have a box, right? And then you have two, let's say, it's not that bad as people think, right? It's right. So if I do this, I say box, right? I say background color red, width, 100, 200, height, 200, for example, right? Then I say display inline block, right? Then, the browser has this white space -4, right? So we can say here margin right -4, right? And I completely misspelled that, right? Then here we can say, margin actually right. Actually, yeah, let's fuck it. Let's just say 10. So if I do this, right, then you would, like you said, you would use the calc, right? Then you would say, you you would say width basically is like calc 33 minus, let's say, 20 pixels, whatever, right? Something like this, right? You would, of course, account for the box model, right? So you would account for the missing space. If you do this, right, it's not going to be sufficient. If you do this, right? Yeah, but it doesn't have to be, right? You can simply say, you know, box. You can say not, right, last child. And then you can do this, right? Now, this shouldn't have the margin, right, to the right, right? If we have done it properly, right? But you get the point, right? So it's not that terrible, right? But it, of course, Flexbox makes it a lot easier. There's no question about that, right? But you get the drill, right? And or like you said, we could say box and child 3, right? So we can do that as well, right? I'm pretty sure that not exists pretty much everywhere, right? If we go to can I use, right? I'm very certain that not should be supported across all browsers. Yeah, it's supported everywhere, right? So it's a pretty old pseudo selector, right? So you can see it's fully supported, right? Yeah. It must have been a very long ago, right? But anyway, that's how this bootcamp is going to go. And then, of course, once we are fully... EE is Internet Explorer. It's a browser. I'm sure you've heard about it, right? All right, fellas. So I think we fixed this now, and I like it. I think we're going to round up the stream now. I'm going to switch to full camera here. I will answer some of your questions. I'm very happy to do so. So if you have the questions, any of you, let's discuss them. Let's discuss them if you have them. The course is fully free, Lorenzo, so I'm not gonna market it at all. All the content that I'm doing is free. If I wanted to make money, I wouldn't be streaming at all, because I would be just doing consulting, and I would be making probably thousands of euros extra next to my job, right? So the course that I'm doing, I'm also, just to be clear, I'm not doing it because I have a good heart at all. How do you want it to get? Yeah, I mean, it's not, I don't want that, right? I don't think that that's not the intention. I'm gonna record the bootcamp, and if people find it on YouTube, great. If they don't find it, well, bad for them, right? So I have no intentions to, like, there's no point advertising a free course, because I would have to spend money to advertise something that's free, right? So hopefully people on YouTube are going to find it, right? It's going to be a bunch of videos, and they're going to be in the same playlist. I'm going to also kind of put it... Actually, that's pretty sad, Lorenzo. I think you're right. But yeah, I'll do my best. I mean, we're going to have it here as well. This is going to be crawled by Google as well and stuff like that, right? So let's just hope that... yeah, I actually never went to TikTok once in my life, to be honest. I don't even know what... I mean, I think I saw a screenshot of that platform once. So maybe, I mean, I'm not a fan of these platforms, right? But I know that I'm missing out for sure, yeah. But, you know, it's... you know me, many of you know me by now. So, you know, I just do things the way that I do them, and... But yeah, I mean, of course, you guys, if you get a chance, I don't like to ask for these things, right? If you guys ever feel that something that I do is useful, please share it on social media. I would appreciate that, but I leave that to you guys. I would never ask anyone to do something. I just have a feeling that people will share things if they find them useful, right? So the algorithms are insane. I trust you in that. They're probably the best. I've been told that the younger generation pretty much spends all of their time on that platform, TikTok, right? So that's what it is, right? I just don't feel it. Shamelessly do that. Yeah, I just don't I just don't feel right going to these platforms. I don't have any like prejudice towards them, right, or anything like that. I just don't feel like registering there. And I don't have Instagram. I don't have any of these things. I mean, ironically, that's why I'm trying to build programmer networks, so I can actually have Chinese app. I mean, does it really matter if it's Chinese or American or Russian, or right? Is there really a difference, right? I mean, we have this kind of we live in this world, right? I don't want to get into politics, right? But we live in this very divided world, right? Where we glorify one type of. At the end of the day, man, if all of these platforms are capitalistic by nature, all of these platforms spy you in certain way. I wouldn't make any difference between American app, let's say, or Chinese app. I mean, they're equally damaging, right? So I watched a lot of. Oh, so you mean they get popular on TikTok? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if some of my viewers want to create a TikTok profile for Programmer Network, I mean, or I mean, I don't actually know, but I just don't feel. I mean, I literally never bothered to even check that platform for 1 second, right? 15 seconds. What the fuck? So what can I do in 15 seconds? You can create 15 seconds program video. Wow. Okay. That sounds like a lot of content that I can smack in. But it's really good advice, Lorenzo. I trust you, man. I trust you in that, right? Because at the end of the day, this whole thing, this whole Twitch, all of this crap, it's your right. I mean, I know you're absolutely right. It is a grind. It is a competition. And to be very frank with you, Lorenzo, I never really made up my mind what I want with this whole thing, right? For me, I just want to make sure that I don't make it a job, right? I have a job that I love. I have a family, right? So I'm always kind of trying to balance so this thing doesn't doesn't become something that becomes that tiring, right? So I think that my subconscious is telling me that not to do these things exactly for that reason, right? Full playlist 15-minute become a full stack programmer in 10 minutes. Is it possible to stream to TikTok like from OBS? Like, you had the same aspiring idea to create. I see. Is like does like. I mean, is there like a full width streaming on TikTok? Like, is it a streaming platform? Do they offer like a streaming experience, or what is it? Or is it just mobile app? Because I was told that it's a mobile app. There's streams as well. I mean, we could try that. I mean, if we can get if we can get some people, why not, right? But yeah, they call it live. Okay. Yeah, TikTok live. I just typed that in Google, but it seems it's very narrow. Like, so what is it about? Is it like shit, man? What the fuck, my dude? Wow. Fuck is going on, dude? No, I mean, yeah, well, let me share my screen. Like, is this for real? Like, literally, like, is this what people are streaming? Like, I'm just going through some random shit. Is this like what this platform is for? Like, what the hell is this crap? Wow, okay, they're drinking tea. Cool. Oh my fucking god. Those people have more viewers than me and they're doing nothing. This guy is cleaning his kitchen. What the fuck is this, guys? All right, this guy is playing a video game. I get that, right? What the fuck is happening? Is this what this? Jesus Christ, man. Is this the platform? Is this okay? Beautiful. I'm gonna go to have a shock therapy now. I need a shock therapy after this. Yeah, but jokes aside, I get it, right? I mean, Lorenzo is right in a way, right? That it's just what it is, right? I mean, that's so there's one fundamental rule in any type of work, right? And it's very simple. You know what, as they call it, the game is, and you either play it or don't. The consequence of me not playing these games is that after a year, I have 30, 50, 60, 70 people watching me at once, right? So there's always a consequence of your actions, but I'm happy with the consequences that I have because at least I have solid 20 or 30 people who are always here every time I stream, right? So that's fine with me, right? That's the consequence I'm willing to take, and that's fine, right? So that's, I would much rather have that, right, than constantly have recycled people who come here for two times and then they leave, right? So that's why I treat this more. This is an awesome community, I think, here. You know, so I would always choose this than that, right? So that's just how it is. I mean, yeah. Exactly, Lorenzo. Yeah. Would I maybe like to see these numbers sometimes higher? I mean, maybe, because we're all obsessed by numbers, right? It's all a number. Everything seems to be a number game. You play a video game, it's all about numbers. You stream, it's all about numbers. But fundamentally, right, it's all about, yeah, it's all about if you have fun doing something, right? Exactly, Chillax. Pretty much, yeah. So I have no intentions on changing that, at least for now, because you know, that's I genuinely have fun, and I'm sure that we're gonna have fun for a long time. So I'm not gonna, yeah. You never know, right? Lorenzo, thank you so much, man, and thank you for your advice. I mean, I agree with you. I think you are on point on pretty much everything you said. But it's yeah, it's yeah. I have my own path, and hopefully Leo, I can make him not use it by hooking him up to way better things than that. If I can, make him play a guitar, play drums, play video games with me, play with Arduino boards, PCBs, Raspberry Pis, and so many other things, right? So you cannot really permit a kid to do something, but what you can do is you can hook him up onto something way smarter things, right? But I don't think that I'll be able to tell him, don't you dare to use that, because you know that sort of respect, it never works. Like a fear never works, right? So hopefully I can be a good parent to teach him to do other things, you know. Exactly. So instead of telling him don't use that, I just gonna try to hook him up to. I mean, in this office, I have 15 guitars. I have so many different things. So hopefully he's gonna find some of these things more fun than watching random people streaming, right? Lorenzo, thank you very much, man. That's great to hear, and that is the beauty of this community. It's all of us, Lorenzo, are kind of part of that to some degree, more or less, right? But I've learned so much from other people as well, and these people that I learned from other people. So that's why this community, I think, is so nice and so awesome. Yeah, we all kind of you kind of give back to the community, right? So. Chillax is but guys, okay, I'm gonna head off. My pleasure. It will be my pleasure, man. I'm gonna head off now. I'm gonna go and see my wife. Hopefully she's still awake. And as I said, we see each other every day. If you guys have the time tomorrow, please come by. If not, come by whenever you have the time. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. And I really have a lot of fun with you guys. And I hope you share the same. And yeah, I'll see you guys. Lorenzo, thank you very much, man, for coming by. It's good to see you again, dude. Leo, Obi, Chillax, everybody, thank you so much, guys, again. And I wish you best. And take care. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Peace out. Bye-bye. Ciao.